Hey guys, today I'm going to make a quick video about the TankLink project. Today we're going to talk about the materials, the small design tweaks I've made, the different sizes, and then of course the testing that I've done. Okay, first of all, let's talk about why PLA isn't suitable. Look at the curl it has done. This was used only once and it's already bowed completely off plane. I don't want no plain Pringles, I don't want no barbecue Pringles, I don't even want sour cream and onion Pringles. Flatness is everything here. Another thing I'm moving on from here is metal fasteners. I think that they're a good idea and they're nice and rigid, but they complicate assembly a little bit too much. So today we're going to test these sliding fits. They're nice and convenient, they don't require extra hardware, and they give us a little bit extra room for this. Before we had these little holes that were hard to thread these hooks for, but because there's no holes going across, we've got room for these nice big slots that make it nice and easy for the hook to come in and out of, even when you're not facing the hole. Now, the biggest piece of feedback I got on the last version was that people wanted to store different size tanks. So for this test, I've made three. One larger 8-inch one, the original 7.25, and the smaller 5.25. Now that being said, I have a parametric model which can easily make this any size that you want, and I've got a video that explains exactly how to do it on my channel. You'll notice that my testing method isn't the most scientific and not the most quantitative, but I want to get a good idea if there are any weak points in the design. We've got three tests: the bungee one, the joint bending, and the individual bending. And I just want to see if there are any surprises that will catch us off guard in their fragility. So I think you guys will understand what I mean by unscientific here. Here I'm just basically trying to pull on the bungee cord as hard as I can with the grip that I can get and trying to break it. You can see I've even got my vest and my gloves to try and not cut myself, or if in the event that something breaks, I don't get shrouded with shrapnel. And yeah, I can't get it to budge at all. I think we got a little bit of a dent on the inside of the hole. You can see I swap it with the white one here, and just to see if this is any different. Nope, not at all. Can't get it to budge one bit. So at this point, I'm feeling a bit insecure about my masculinity, and I try to put the PLA one in to see if I could break it. Nothing. Nada. And so it's a bit disappointing of a test, but at least it proves that it'll be strong enough for most applications here. So this test is kind of a lateral load on the joints, and I add up to 30 pounds. And I think this is the test that I was the most pleasantly surprised by. There was almost zero flex in the joint, there was no deformation, and there didn't seem to be anywhere. You can see even here, I started pressing on it a bit, just to see if I can get something to wince or creak. My camera died, but later on, I retested it with a propane tank on top of it, and it handled it perfectly. After this, I turned it vertically, and we went for the vertical bending test. I always deem this test to be quite important because you can imagine that a row of tank links will not always be on flattest of terrains. So you'd like it to be able to withstand a little bit of bridging. You can see here, I start whacking on it like an ape. Oh, we got a little bit of a crack, but you know, I was worried that that crack was kind of a design flaw, but turns out, nope, it had just shifted, and that was the noise of the layer lines creaking. For this test, I really wanted to see how the parts would fail down the middle. And I start off by dropping one plate on it. And if this were to work, I would be very happy because I think this is beyond what I would experience normally. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this is a really good test result, and I was willing to move on, but I also kind of wanted to see it shatter. 3, 2, 1. You may notice that I'm testing this upside down, right? The tanks would never land on the underside of the holders. But this is an example of why I did that first. It's because this can happen. Yeah, this broke the TankLink, but wasn't conclusive for anything. These little blocks were a temporary solve, but they weren't very solid. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Finally, I wanted to test the little dovetail joint that I had designed on the side. And although it was really rigid, it didn't handle the impact very well and split in my hands. So that's it. Testing is done. If you guys want to download these models, they're available on Printables and Thangs. If you want a tutorial on how to change the parametric model to any size that you want, I have another video on this YouTube channel that I'll link in the description. Other than that, I don't know how to outro videos, so I'll leave you with a picture.